We are back at it like a crack addict, man. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Back at it for the Pokemon Run and Bun Challenge. Hardcore Nuzlocke rules. Alright, let's set the clock. It is 11:02 for me. Da 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 da. You see the good part about being a streamer that like nobody knows about is that I don't have to wait to start stream. I can just sort of start doing it whenever and assume that no one's gonna show up anyway. So like it's perfect. Oh, that's right. We gotta meet the neighbor. May, dude. Iconic. Absolutely iconic. May, way better than Dawn. Way better sidekick or whatever they call him in Pokemon. Dawn's a fraud, bro. Alright, we got Chimchar, Piplup, and Turtwig. Now, normally I am a Stark, always take the fire starter person. But Turtwig's a goat, man. I mean, grass, ground, he gets stab, EQ. You have to take Turtwig. You have to. Let's see. And it's shell armor Turtwig? Oh my god. Let's go. 31. Oh my god. The IVs are so good aside from HP. 31 attack, defense, and special attack. Nice, nice. Very good. Very good. I mean, you can't ask for better IVs than that. You cannot. Oh my god, is it lagging again? Well, it doesn't seem like the, Well, hold on. Is it because of the... I turned down the speed up a little bit. Although it seems like the face cam is sort of what's lagging here. Oh well. There's the endless candy, the endless repel. Alright, so let's get our dock up so that we can keep track of encounters. This is runAndBun. We went with Turtwig as the starter. And we are good to begin. Let's get it. Let's get it! I assume the game starts on battle type set. Yeah, you can't even change it. Alright, so we're just gonna go ahead and level up right to the level cap right off the bat. Confide. Alright, so 12 is the first level cap. Can't go any higher than that. Confide. Shares a secret with the foe, lowering special attack. Okay. So I can lower their attack, I can lower their special attack. Good to know, good to know. Actually, let's talk to this guy. Let's move. Let's get the fishing rod. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's get the quick arrival battle out of the way. Again, looking at it, it seems like the face cam is really the problem here. Oh, actually, it's kind of smooth right now. Okay, okay. We'll take that. We'll take that. Yeah, this actually would not have been winnable if I didn't level the Mon up because it knows Ember already. That would have been a crazy, crazy boost for it. Alright, so technically we did get our starter in Route 101, which means we already have our encounter for that. So that means our first encounter is going to be here in Little Root Town. And looking at the encounter sheet, you can only get one by fishing. Let's see. Our most likely encounter is Surskit. Let's see, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. I would really like that Fidian. I think Fidian would be great here. But it's probably gonna be Surskit. I mean, Lotad wouldn't be bad. Lotad would not be bad at all, but we're really trying to shoot for Finian here. Especially because we already have Turtwig. We really don't need another grass type in Lotad. Let's see. Alright, nothing else in here. We're going to go ahead and get the Super Rod fish for this. Come on. It's Surskit. I mean, of course it is, but, you know, we could have hope. A guy can hope. Oh, okay. That's how you feel. Okay, okay, bro. This is how it's gonna be. What's the catch rate in this game? Yo, what's the catch rate? There's no way Surskit is fighting like this. This is low-key crazy. One. Yo! What's the catch rate? Yo. One. Dude. What is the catch rate in this game? What are you talking about? It's rolling. Dude, it's not even rolling at all. Is Surskit just like that? I mean, it's a 269 base stat Mon. This thing sucks. Stay in the ball. Thank you. My God. I'm fighting over scraps. Tony Stark built this in a cave. Alright, we have to nickname all of the Pokemon. What am I going to nickname the Surskit? Let's see, it's like a spider almost, but almost like a spider. We'll name it Gwen after the famous character from Miles Morales. Alright, add Surskit to the table. Alright, so I'm actually not going to level Surskit up to the level cap right off rip, just because I kind of want to use it to help catch other Mons. Again, we don't get anything on Route 101, which means next up would be Odale Town. So it's looking like we're pretty much guaranteed a fire starter here. Or not a fire starter, but a fire mon. We have a 30% chance to get a Ponyta. I would really prefer the Growlithe or the Houndour. Just because Intimidate is probably the best ability a Pokemon can have. Ponyta has really high base stats, but again, I just think that Intimidate is such a powerful ability. We're just kind of going to shoot for that. It doesn't say what level I should expect to see them at, but let's see. Let's get up. We're here in Odale. I'm gonna get Surskit up to, let's say, level 6. Alright, let's get our encounter. Who's it gonna be? Growlithe, let's go! Let's go! This thing's level 2, dude. I can't even risk hitting it. It might die if the wind pushes it. 1, 2, 3. Nope. That's fine. Come on. 1, 2. Nope. Come on. 1. Oh my god. We just went 3, 2, 1. Like, Growlithe, please. Don't be difficult. Don't be difficult. I'm not hitting this Pokemon. I'm just going to keep throwing balls. I don't want to risk... Again, I can't risk losing an encounter this early. There we go. Growlithe, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team, buddy. Alright, we are going to name you Jake. Like the dog from Adventure Time. I mean, it's taken me 10 Pokeballs to get 2 encounters. Like, actually insane stuff here. Alright, up to 103. And we want to look at it. We have a couple of possible encounters here. Looking at what we could get, there's a Gossifleur, Bond Sweet, Execute, Badoo. If I fish here, though, we're looking at a 40% chance to get Tentacool, 30% chance to get a Scrope, 20% chance to get a Chinchou with a VA, though. That's really good. I think that's worth. I think it's worth trying to get the Chinchou. I think it's definitely worth. Chinchou? Ah, it's Tentacool. That's fine, though. That's fine. We're not tripping. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me, man. Alright, stay in the Pokeball, man. Just make it easy for the both of us. Thank you. Alright, so Tentacool, you are going to be... What's the name of the... Is there an octopus in Finding Nemo? I don't remember, so maybe we'll stick with the Adventure Time theme. So what you're gonna be is... What's a character? You don't really fit Hudson. Actually, if you look at the, like, the little bottom part of Tentacool and imagine it's sort of like a tuxedo, I can see him fitting Hudson Abadir. I don't know if that's the name, but we're assuming that's the name. We're gonna go with Hudson. Oh, that's right. Alright, we're gonna get everything up to the level cap here. And then we do get one more encounter before we start to get really serious about the rest of the run. He's gonna learn Flame Wheel. Yeah, we're gonna drop Ember. Supersonic is such a bad move, dude. 55 AC is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Alright, and let's see what our 102 encounter is. Actually, let's look at the documentation really quick. So this is likely where they want us to get our flying type. I see the Starly, I see the Pidgey. If I fish, I already have the Surskit, so that would make me go Psyduck, Remoraid, or Carvana. I think I'd rather lock up the flying type here. Looking at the docs, Starly would become Staravia, Pidgey would become Pidgeotto. I think we want the Starly. Staravia should have Intimidate if I remember correctly. And it is going to be Starly. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yet I really don't want to risk hitting it here, but if it growls like 2 more times... Oh, don't even need it. Beautiful. Alright, Starly, you're gonna be PB, actually. There's no reason at all behind the reasoning. I've just decided that Starly will be PB. And we have our first battle coming up. So let's get Starly up. One away from our first 6-pack, man. Aerial Ace, really? Okay. He learns that this early in this. That's very handy to know. Alright, so it's going to be a Poochyena, a Lillipup, and a Rookidee for this first trainer. So things that would be really good against these guys are fighting type. I don't have any fighting types, unfortunately. He does have Sand Attack. Does Starly have Keen Eye? He does. So Starly is probably what I want to start with against this team. Just because Starly sort of negates what they want to go for. So Aerial Ace with Stab is going to be a 90 power move. Yeah, they want to try and lower my accuracy pretty much across the board there, but Keen Eye is going to protect me from that. Although, if that Rookidee gets off a Swagger, which it really shouldn't since I'm way faster than it, that could be an issue. Of course he crits on the first attack, man. That's just my luck. Alright, then we got Lillipup. It actually lives that. Wow. Alright, and finally the Rookidee. There's the Swagger. We're gonna go Jake for an Intimidate. Alright. That's trainer 1 down. And so now we get to prep for the next trainer, who is Bug Catcher Rick. Alright, so let's see. He has a Grubbin, a Pineco, and a Sizzlipede. Grubbin is just Bug, right? It's not Bug Rock or Bug Ground. Yeah, it's just Bug. So all of them have an Oranberry. Swarm. The Pineco has Sturdy, so I can't one-shot it. Sizzlipede has Flash Fire, so we're not going to want Jake to be out when we get that one in. Actually, Sizzlipede can be beat by a water type, no? Let's see, Sizzlipede, yeah, Fire Bug. So it's weak to water, quad weak to rock. Okay. I'm probably looking too deep into this. I just really want to get in the habit of examining the teams. Because, I mean, look at this. The Grubbin, he has Spark. So I don't want to start with my Starly because that would be super effective against it. It looks like my plan is to lead with Jake. And then Jake will beat the Pineco, and then Sizzlipede will just have to sub out. We have multiple Pokemon that are capable of stalling it. So that won't be an issue. It doesn't look like. Alright. Let's get it. Bug catcher Rick. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. Rick. Alright, again, this is a weird spot to be in because we know that we're not going to OHKO it because of sturdy. He's going to go pin missile. It's a 4 proc. And then, like we said, with Sizzlipede, we really don't want to... Oh, it has a wrap as well, which would have locked me in. But we're going to go ahead and swap out here. I think we're going to go into... Does Tentacle know a water type move? It does not, so that would be a very bad swap. I think Gwen knows a water type move, though. It does, and it knows Bubble and Bubble Beam, and it's bug type, so that should resist Bug Bite. It normally would be hit effectively by Ember, but Water makes that a neutral attack. Or do I want to go Starly? I think we go Gwen. Oh my god, that did a lot of damage. Again, I know it's early game. I know I'm really overthinking that fight. But, like I said, I'm just trying to get into the habit of thinking about these fights as, like, big events. Alright, and so next up on the fight, we have youngster Allen, who's going to be running a Skiddo with Sap Sipper, a Lit Leo, and a Psyduck. Skiddo is grass type. Sap Sipper doesn't mean anything then, since I'm never going to hit it with a grass type move. Again, I think Jake is the lead here. Jake can take care of Skiddo. From there you have Lit Leo holding an Oranberry and a Nerve. Headbutt Ember Workup. Ooh, Workup is kind of concerning because we don't want to let it set up. We are going to have to spend that first turn swapping out into Surskit. And then he finishes with a Psyduck, which has Bubble Beam and Psywave. Psywave can be a bit troublesome, even though it doesn't get stab bonuses as a Psyduck. Psywave is a really annoying attack to have to deal with. Okay, I might not swap out on the Lit Leo. I think I might let Jake just bite that to death. Again, I don't want to let it work up, is the problem. There are 52 P.E.K.K.A berries and 67 Urn berries. This should be an Oko. Yep. Oh wait, he's gonna swap into Psyduck. Really? Alright. Next up, we have Last Tiana running a Swirlix and a Spinda. Fairyland Metronome, Fake Out Metronome. Okay, Metronome could be a problem. It could be a problem. So Swirlix. Oh wait. Okay. Okay. So this is when we're gonna let Tentacool lead against. Actually. And actually I am going to equip berries for this just because Metronome could give us some problems. Really, it's faster than me. You're kidding. Of course it gets Sing. That's fine. That doesn't do any damage. That's fine. Tentacle, wake up. Alright. And Spinda is going to fake out here. Yep. You're kidding. Okay. Clear body, kid. Overheat. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. And that lowers its special attack. Conversion 2. Transformed into rock. Okay. We can work with that. Yes, sir, we can work with that. Spike cannon. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, perfect. We get out of the double metronome with no losses. Alright, so next up we have Triathlete Mikey, Shell Armor Krabby, Clobopus, and Yanma. So Aqua Jet, Stomp, Mud Shot, Rock Smash, Bind, and Detect. And the Yanma, Acro, and Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom is gonna be not fun to deal with. Alright, so we want to lead with Turtwig into the Krabby. And then as soon as the Clobopus comes out, we want to go into as soon as that comes out, we want to go into our flying type. Let's see, are there any important items around here? Alright, and then we want to look again. It doesn't really matter since we can't control it, but again, I just do like to look at the possible encounters. So we have a 30% chance of Krogunk, Shellos. We can't get Surskit again. Okay. So Krogunk is probably going to be our takeaway here. Krogunk? No, it's gonna be Shellos. Can it like growl or something so that I don't OHKO it? Alright, the Sea Slug Pokemon. Let's see, what are some Adventure Time characters? We're gonna go with LSP. And so that Shellos could be Sticky Hold or Sand Force. Sand Force. That is unfortunate. It means that its ability is literally useless unless I'm building like a sand team. But okay. All right. All right. A little bit of story going on. Let's let them yap it up. Where you go, I go. What you see, I see. Wally's always gotta catch his little routes, man. And we are back under control. So it would be smarter to get my encounter first. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wait, is this the one that evolves into Vespiquen? Alright, actually, if this is the one that evolves, this isn't too bad. Hold on. I need to make sure. This is a 5% encounter, by the way. Unbelievable. Okay. I'm getting kind of tired of that. We're going to turn that down. Alright. Well, I guess there's only one way to figure out. Look how easy that is to catch, man. This is such garbage. This thing's gonna be so bad. Huh? Am I missing something? What did I get on 102? Oh, Starly? Yep, okay. We got Starly, and then 104 is the Vespiquen? What? Why is it not? Oh, Combi. I'm an idiot. Alright, Combi. I know there's a B in Adventure Time, but you're gonna be Tree Trunks. Finn. I think it's time we kill the horse. Kill it! Alright, we already have our line for Triathlete Mikey. So that's not a problem. Or, I won't call it a line because technically we didn't do any calcs on it. We are sort of just going by eye as to what the proper strat is. This thing is probably going to mud shot here. No, it's going to go for a stomp. And now it outsped me. Really? Alright, and he goes into the Yanma right away. That's not great. However, if he goes for a Sonic Boom here, it depends. Is acrobatics is is a flying type move, right? I don't know why I'm asking chat, dude. No one's here. Alright, if he goes for acro, we're good. I don't have anything that can bait acro like in a good way. Ooh, I have a choice to make here. I have a choice to make here. I'm assuming he's rolling acro. So I think I want to go LSP. No, he goes Sonic Boom anyway. And then if he's gonna Sonic Boom every turn, I mean, I sort of set myself up here. I think I have to sack LSP. I don't think I have a choice. I have to sack it in order to get a clean switch into Starly. Alright, beautiful. Then we got the Clobopus, which is probably going to detect here? No. What is it gonna bind? Is it gonna lock me in? It is. Now it detects? Yep. It's gonna stall for some damage basically. But the next aerial ace should kill. Which it does. Alright. Unfortunately we did lose. We did lose our first Mon there. Which, if it had to be any Mon, I'm not complaining about it being Shellos. But, like I said, you never want to lose a Mon this early. Alright, Tree Trunks, you gonna learn any move? I mean, you learned one, I guess. Alright. That means next up, who do we have? We have Fisherman Darien running Choice Band Magikarp with Bounce. Really? And Focus Sash Magikarp with Hydro Pump, Tackle, and Flail. Okay, so I can't lead with Turtwig against the first Magikarp. You know why? Because Bounce is a flying type move. And he's gonna shred me. Which means... Wait, I can lead Jake against... it's a little... It's a little in... It's a little weird, but we can lead Jake against this. I don't want to accidentally... We can lead Jake into this. If all it knows is aggro, we're fine. Alright, he's just gonna get faster every turn. And it gets paralyzed. I don't know why I struggled to say that word at first. Even if it crits, I don't die. And we have Berry Proc. Beautiful. And then it is going to Hydro Pump here, and because of Focus Sash, it's going to get locked into it. Yep. Now it's going to need a turn to recharge. No, he can just use it over and over? Okay. It isn't doing anything, so it's not like it matters, but... Alright, and then next up we have Lady Cindy. So this girl right here is not a trainer. Is that safe for me to assume? Alright. So next up we have Lady Cindy with a Minccino, a Jigglypuff, and a Fanfy. Swift, Attract, Thunderwave. Round, Draining Kiss, Attract, Thunderwave. Stomp and Attract. So this seems like a paralysis team. I don't have anything that stops paralysis. Oh, there we go. Cherry berries. Perfect. Again, I don't have the line set up, but... Flame Wheel, we're looking at Bite, we're looking at Covet. Does have Swift, which should be unaffected by the Intimidate. It is. I mean, looking at Flame Wheel, we're looking at guaranteed 3-hit KO, small chance to 2-hit KO. I mean, do I have to roll on those odds? Minccino, Jigglypuff, Fanfi. Okay, again, I mean, I don't want to sit in the calculator for everything, but this is going to be an interesting fight. He's going to go para off rip. Oh my god, we get the crit. Doesn't matter because it has Oran Berry. So we are not going to be able to... Alright, that's one turn. I need you to fight through this. I need you to hit through this, man. That's extremely unfortunate. Alright, we have to swap out. That did a lot of damage. He's faster than me? Really? Beautiful. Beautiful. Gonna go into the Jigglypuff. I think that's fine. Okay. It's gonna try to get the para. I equip the berry. There we go. Cherry Berry gets rid of that. If we high roll, can't get the high roll, and it gets the berry proc. And it's just gonna go for it anyway. Dude, I hate this little strat that they go for, where like they guarantee the thing and then he hits through it anyway. That's my guy, man. Nice job, Hudson. And finally we get the Fanfi. Can I get the Supersonic off? No, I cannot. Alright, he's gonna go for Stomp here, which is fine. We're gonna go Absorb. Really? He's not gonna try to get the Cute Charm? Oh, wait. It's the same... They're same gender. He can't do anything about it. He's cooked. Alright. He does get the flinch. He's gonna go for the Attract here. Does that work? Really, that works. Doesn't matter. We absorb through it. And that's a kill. No losses, man. And now we get ready for the boss fight. Team Aqua Petalburg Woods running Carvana, Krogunk, Execute. Now the Carvana does have rough skin, so we don't want to attack it physically. It also has Poison Fang to give it coverage against my grass type. I don't think poison. I don't think it kills. Unless is it stab for Carvana? No, it's water dark, so it's not stab boosted either. Okay. So let's actually draw this line up here. Really? Covet is a guaranteed 2-hit KO? Really? Who's faster? He is. That sucks. Alright, we're gonna look at Turtwig blank set at level 12. $31, $31, $31, $24, and $19. We're looking at quirky nature. Poison Fang is almost 0 chance to 2-hit KO. Alright, so gonna lead Turtwig and go with the absorbs. Then we're gonna have to deal with the Crow Gunk. $24, $21, $23. Dude, these IVs suck. Wax nature. And we're looking at tackle, aerial ace, quick attack. Dude, what is Belch? Why is this thing like this thing's like a guaranteed kill? What is the base power? Couch deals damage but only works if the user has previously consumed a berry during the battle. Oh, okay. And it's holding a Salic berry, which I assume increases its speed. It does. But that's totally fine actually. Because if I aerial ace, my lowest roll is a 70. I mean, it's entirely possible that I don't kill it with aerial ace into quick attack. That is very possible. If I get the two lowest rolls, I won't kill. But, alright, that's our line. Yep, it can't do anything about that, especially since shell armor prevents me from getting crit as well. However, he gets poison proc. That sucks. And I didn't fix the berries. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I am throwing. So this is probably gonna fake out here. Yep. And it crits. And it gets. Oh my god. Actually, worst case scenario. Unironically, worst case scenario. It doesn't have a move that does enough to kill here. Whoa! Okay. That's really bad. That is super bad. I need poison to do 5 damage here. Perfect. Quick attack. Perfect. Okay. Starly has to get sacked because unfortunately it got crit and it got poison stabbed. And it got poisoned. Oh my god. If I had just equipped the berry, I wouldn't even be in this problem, but I wasn't paying attention, and so I'm gonna lose my Starly because of it. And so, last up, we have the Execute. We're looking at Grass, Psychic. It has Harvest. May create another berry after one is used. That would make me very, very upset. I mean, it has 2 grass type abilities. Again, when I'm looking at the 4 times weak to bug, I'm thinking about sending out tree trunks. Let's get the calcs really quick. So if I look at the Execute, and I go Comey, alright, so 22, 21, 7, 28, 2, 7. Alright, and it is Lonely Nature which plus attack actually really is good here. And we're looking for bug bite. 60 base power, going to be 90. Which is not going to kill. It will proc berry, but it should be guaranteed to hit KO. He is going to be fast. Wait, he's not faster. Oh, and bug bite lets me take his berry. Really? Well, then that's gonna lock that up. I was calculating for the berry, but if he doesn't have that, he's cooked. Dude, okay, I can't believe I lost to Starly because of a crit. A crit on fake out into poison proc is so nasty, man. Mr. Stone. Alright. Starly, we thank you for your service, man. You fought admirably. I'm sorry you were like the most unfortunate sequence of events possible. But hey, that is the first boss battle done. So the next battle we're looking at is Route 106 with Fisherman Elliot. We're looking at a Staryu, a Lombre, and a Aracuda. That Staryu doesn't really have anything that can punish Turtwig. I mean, it has Mystic Water, Natural Cure, Timid. Oh, wait. Oh, it has Aurora Beam. Yeah. Aurora Beam is a problem. And I would imagine it's faster than me as well. Okay. Alright, and now that we're back to where we can get encounters, let's try and round our team out more. So we're looking at Dewford. In the grass, we're looking at a Tyro, Timber, Makuhita. Let's see, we got Starly dead. Where am I? Is this not Dewford? It is Dewford. Why is there not a spot for Dewford on my docs? Oh well. Let's control F. Dewford. Where's Route 107? What was that? It was nothing. Oak. Alright, let's get our... Actually, do I want to fish here? I'm looking at a Remoraid, I'm looking at a Horsey, I'm looking at a Carvana, a Spheal. Decisions. Do I want a fighting type? So what good would a fighting type give me? It would give me an answer for normal types. Versus what another water type would give me. Looking at my team comp, I mean, I have 2 water types already. I don't really need another one. I think I go for the fighting type here. And it's going to be a Makuhita. That's a 10% encounter. 3 abilities of which that I would not mind adding to the team here with Thick Fat Guts and Sheer Force. And we get double flinch. Okay. Let's throw some balls. See if we can catch it. I don't know why I didn't just level my Pokemon to the max here. And that is good. So that's going to be a Makuhita added to the team. I'm going to name him Muscle Man. Alright, and on Route 107. Okay, yeah. I mean, I have the exact same encounters here that I would have had on the other place. So I made the right decision. I think I made the right decision to go for the land route and fish here. We're gonna swap some stuff around. I'm gonna go Super Rod. And it will be a Horsey, which was a 40% encounter here. Ooh, I think another hit. If I crit, I think another hit kills, so we kind of have to throw balls here. We can't risk killing it. That Horsey Evo might cook, bro. We can't risk losing him here. He's called the Dragon Pokemon for a reason. And what are we gonna name you? You're gonna be let's go with Skips. Alright, and then while we're here, let's get our 106 encounter. who is looking like it's probably going to be a spiel. It's a 40% chance. Granted, there's also a 40% chance for a Choodle. Personally, I don't really have a preference as to which one it is. Choodle. Alright. There he is. There he is. You're gonna be Omi. Chudo, where's 107? There it is. We got a horsey there. There we go. And now that we have seemingly all of our encounters before the next string of battles, let's go ahead and level them up. Oh, we have a chatter. Best viewers on streamboo.com. Oh, are we botting? Are we botting? We are not botting. So let's go ahead and candy our Pokemon up to the level cap. Wants to learn Razor Leaf. Of course, we're gonna let you learn that. And that's gonna be our Evo into Groudle. He learned Sand Tomb. Okay, that's interesting. That is really interesting. I have a choice to make here. I really like having Bite on him. I also like having Absorb as a means to gain health back. I think being able to regenerate health, especially in a game this hard, it comes with a lot of benefits. I think it has to be Absorb. Maybe you might say it should have been Growl, but you win some, you lose some, man. You win some, you lose some, man. Alright, Hunson's gonna learn a water type move finally so we can get rid of Supersonic. Oh, he buffed it to 70 AC instead of 55. He made it somewhat usable. And wants to learn Confuse Ray, which is just Supersonic but better 1,000 times. I think we get rid of Poison Sting here. We're gonna go ahead and level up Jake. Let's learn Fire Fang. Which is just Flame Wheel but better. I mean, sure. Literally just Flame Wheel but better. Alright, let's get Gwen leveled up. Struggle Bug. Fake Out, yes, we will 100% take that move. Focus Energy, there's a little rant I like to go on. I hate Focus Energy. I think it's a terrible move. For those who don't know, Focus Energy basically increases your rate to inflict critical damage, and critical damage means you do times 2 damage than what you normally would have done. So basically, it's the same as doing 2 attacks, right? Now, in my eyes, I can do the focus energy, and then I have to crit on the second turn to make it worth it, or I can just attack twice and have it done like either way. You know, like it's just there's no reason to have that. Now we're looking at arm thrust versus force palm. So because it's stab, we're looking at 22 damage. At 2 times it would be 44 damage. 3 times it would be 66. I would need 4 times every hit for it to be worth more than Force Palm. And Force Palm can paralyze, so we're gonna go Force Palm. Then we're gonna go level him up more. Whirlwind, really? He learns that. Alright, and then let's get our Pokemon out of the box and level them up. I can actually box Combi for right now just because it isn't really going to be useful until we are at a level to evolve it. Right, and then Bubble Beam, which is again just, well, actually, yeah, it's just Bubble but better. Ice Fang, okay. We like to see that. We like to see more coverage. We did not have an ice move before. And he has shell armor, okay? Chudo might be big dog. Chudo might be big dog on campus, high key. Tackle, Water Pulse, Bite, Ice Fang. I mean, that's great coverage, side effects as well. And then Swift Swim. Alright, so the fight that we have to get ready for is Fisherman Elliot. He's going to be running a Staryu. Let's head to the calculator. Again, I know he has the Aurora Beam. I'm just beam is going to be what? Timmy, it's not even guaranteed to 4-hit KO. And he can't crit, so... Oh, wait. Razor Leaf is a guaranteed kill. Just to see. If I had Absorb, would Absorb be a kill? It would not. So, once again, I mean, getting rid of Absorb was the right move, but... Alright, and then Lumbre. How am I gonna deal with the Lombre? Razor Leaf is a guaranteed 2-hit KO. There's nothing it can really do, and then I have to deal with the last one. Oh wait, but Lombre shares grass typing, so if I have a poison type in like Tentacool, yeah, let's see. Let's get the... Alright, let's get the stats in on Tentacool. Yeah, this thing... Oh wait, no, that's at level 100. Let's see, at level 17, 23, 31, 10, 20, 18, and 29. Impish Nature. We're gonna go Acid, Water Pulse. So Acid is a guaranteed 3-hit KO. Again, I mean, I don't see much reason to swap out of the other guy. He's gonna have Aqua Jet, Bite, Peck, Laser Focus. I don't know what Laser Focus is, so I'm gonna have to look that up. Alright. There's the Aurora Beam that we knew was coming out. We get the Oko. He's gonna go into Lombre. Again, Lombre doesn't really have much it can do against Grotle. Especially since it can't crit. We're gonna proc the Oran Berry. And again, we know we have a guaranteed 2-hit KO here. And that's gonna take us into the Aracuda. Which, I mean, it definitely sees kill here with Peck, I would think. It sees kill with Peck, so we're gonna swap into Hunson. And we're gonna go with Acid. That's fine. Acid again. Acid again. It's gonna Aqua Jet? Is that? Yeah, I was like, no way, that's kill. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful win there. Beautiful win. Alright, next fight up. We have Ruin Maniac Georgie. Running Dwebble, Sandygast, Mawile, and Munchlax. It has weak armor. Weak armor. I thought it would have sturdy. What does weak armor do? Okay. So I can kill this in one hit, no? I mean, looking at the Dwebble, Razor Leaf, oh, it's bug typing. So I have to hit it with a water type move. Okay. If that's the case, who's my strongest water type? It looks like it skips with Bubble Beam. So again, let's hop in the calculator. We have Dwebble, and we want to compare that to, oh, actually Tentacool almost has guaranteed kill against it, funnily enough. But looking at Horsey at level 17. We need to see the IV spread. Really not good IVs at all, but hey, you win some, you lose some. And then 4, 21, 5. Hardy nature. And we want to see specifically the Bubble Beam damage. Guaranteed Oko. You love to see that. And I assume I'm faster than a Dwebble, right? Barely, but yes. Okay. So then it's probably going to send in Sandygast or Mawile. If it sends in Mawile has Covet, Metal Claw, Fire Fang, none of which are super effective. Sandygast has Bulldoze, Astonish, Mega Drain. That's what we might be scared of. Mega Drain. That's probably the switch in. Again, let's take a look in the calc. Sandygast. Again, ooh, Bubble Beam is actually not a guaranteed kill here. Am I faster at least? I am faster. So I can kill it before it kills me as long as it doesn't crit, but I'm playing a dangerous game. Am I willing to roll on that? Am I willing to roll on it not critting? That is the question. That is the question. Who do I have in my box again? Growlithe? Mawile is Steel Fairy. So we actually want to get Growlithe out for this. I think we box Surskit, bring out Growlithe. Ruin Maniac Georgie. We're gonna go Bubble Beam. Should be guaranteed Oko. Beautiful. Sandygast. Oh, we're going straight into the Munchlax. That could be pretty bad, not gonna lie. Not going to lie. I mean, I pretty much have to immediately swap into Muscle Man here. We gotta go Makuhita, level 17. 30 attack IV on Makuhita is unbelievably goated. Everything else on it sucks, but hey, it got what it needed. 5, 3, 1. We have Fake Out. We have Force Palm. Oh, we're gonna get dicey here. Am I faster? I am, just barely. It's gonna go for the headbutt, so we're gonna Fake Out. We're gonna go Force Palm. We get a low roll. And it used Salak Berry. Alright, beautiful. He can't do the belly drum now. So what I'm going to do, knowing he's gonna headbutt, I think my play is to swap into Grotle. Yep. Beautiful. Alright, and then it's probably gonna be Mawile because of Fire Fang, I would imagine. And he has Intimidate. Oh wait, what am I doing? Mawile is Steel Fairy. I intended to bring out Growlithe on this. Why did I bring out... I don't know what I'm doing. Why did I do that? Can we get a confusion proc? We do not. I could roll on whether that kills. I don't think that's a smart play to do. We're gonna sub. And he crits, of course he does. Why wouldn't he crit? Fire Fang puts him down. And now we're into the Sandygast, which isn't going to Mega Drain because it sees... If I had to guess... Ghost Ground type. Bulldoze is probably what it's gonna go into. So that means we swap back into Grotle. Beautiful. And we Razor Leaf. Oh my god, I'm so good. I'm so good. Alright, and it's almost 1 o'clock, which means we've been almost pushing 2 hours on this stream. I'm really happy with that. I've been hoping to try and get the streams to be a bit longer. Do I want to... How much further do I have? I mean, I have a couple of fights until the next boss. I don't know how much longer I want to push this for tonight. We might do 1 or 2 more fights, I'm thinking. Route 109. I mean, we're in Granite Cave. Again, I have no control over it, but it's worth seeing what the encounter would be. Fanfi, Qfat, Rhyhorn, Onyx, Aaron, Togedemaru, Sandile. Okay. And it's gonna be Aaron. Okay. 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 I don't have a ton of Pokeballs left, so we actually are gonna try and damage Aaron a little here. I want it to be like with a physical move though, because he's more likely to be able to tank that. He should He should quad resist a normal type move, right? Oh yeah, that did no damage at all. Alright. Okay, that's fine. Every time I click the button, I'm scared about how much damage it's gonna do. Dude, I can't even hit it. We get the flinch. We get the double flinch. Let's throw a ball out. 1, 2, 3. Caught. Beautiful. Alright. It's gonna be Aaron. Gonna be Rigby. And then we're gonna turn on the infinite repel. And again, just to make sure, according to the docs, I don't have another fight until Route 109, right? Yeah, it should be good in here. I need the thing from the gym, but the doors are locked. You want me? I mean, okay. Rock blast. Never melt ice. Is this considered Steven's room? Well, this is still just part of Granite Cave. I wouldn't count this as a different encounter. On the dock, they have it as a whole different encounter. Like, no. Oh, I can just jump. Oh, that's a speed up. Let's go. Alright, on to Route 109. I did. Oh, I did not check my team. Alright, so Tuber Chandler. He's gonna have the Smoochum, an Elekid, and a Magby. Aurora Beam, Psybeam, Lovely Kiss. Growlithe should stomp that. Elekid has Magnet, Vital Spirit, Shockwave, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Quick Attack. That is not good. That is not good. We do not like to see that moveset at all. Fire Punch and Ice Punch sucks. That absolutely sucks. What am I going to do about you? Elekid. I mean, it's like this game is just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. You gotta find that Psybeam is going to do a ton of damage, unfortunately. So again, we have to play around the possibility of her just critting and OHKOing me. Especially with my defensive IV where it is, and my special defense. Yay. She don't wanna strip no more, don't wanna hit that pole. It's faster than me. Fire Fang is extremely likely to OHKO. And I mean, if it doesn't, then, you know, if it doesn't OHKO, I guess I'm just cooked. What? Oh, okay. Chandler scared me. Whoa! Psybeam did way less damage than it's supposed to. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alright, so he wants to go into Mach Punch, which is fine. It's not particularly annoying. If I go Choodle, your Choodle can't be... He can't be, oh, well, he can't be crit at least. Yep. Okay, so Choodle is the swap. Oh my god, he really went for Confuse, right? Well, that changes things a little bit. Now, I can dance around with these a little bit. Purely because I know that I can't use them against the Elekid anyway. Which is going to want to Shockwave here. Alright, I think swapping Groddle's the right play here. Yep, it goes Shockwave just like we predicted. Oh wait, I have Sand Tomb, that's right. Alright, so if he Ice Punches again, we want him to Ice Punch into Omi. Really, he went Fire Punch there. And then the thought is that he's going to swap into, well, I don't know if the CPU, okay, so he Shockwaves. I don't know if the CPU thought I was going to PP stall or not. Is there not a place to heal? Do I have to go back to the city in order to heal? And Tuber Lola? Herdier. Actually, chat, do we want to cut it here? Do we think that's enough for day one, chat? Alright, fellas. Finny out.